So, last time, you guys found yourselves in Reprieve, however you want to say it, or say it both ways.
I'll say Reprive.
Reprive.
And prior to that, you guys had come from the town of Laven, gone to a temple up near the peaks in the Robber's Wood, come through the Robber's Wood over to Reprive. You guys have just entered town, and it's a pretty laid-back atmosphere. People here, sort of, as you walk in, despite being with like a tiefling and whatever else, a hooded man wearing a mask and whatnot, people are still just like, hey, they wave and they smile. They seem pretty friendly. Very welcoming aura about the people. You also take note of the fact that there's a general store, an armory, sort of blacksmith, and an inn. Get everyone to roll perception as well.
Okay.
Perception. There it is.
Oh, come on now. Where's my... Oh, here we go. Everything was all... Perception.
Chris rolled a good one on the wrong side. We all rolled like shit except for
We're gonna get fucking jumped.
Jared. Okay. So, as you are walking through town, Lazira, you notice that there is a carriage sat in front of the blacksmith. And you notice this because, like, a carriage isn't an uncommon thing, but this one looks like most carriages are just like standard wood box, but this one looks gilded, like it's really, there's trimming on the edges, it looks very fine. And there's a crest, a big crest on the back and on the door on either side.
Okay.
Anyway, what would you guys like to do?
That's a good question. Well,
Well, we're here for information and everything, so...
We're heading to the library, I think.
Yeah. I mean, unless anyone else wants to, like, get stuff from, like, the blacksmith or anything like that. That's totally your deal.
I'll get Lacey, I'll get you to roll a intelligence or wisdom, either one, just straight up. So 1d20 plus whatever you have in either your intelligence or wisdom, whichever one is higher.
Which one is higher?
Probably be wisdom.
I think, yeah, I was thinking it was wisdom. I had to double check. Yeah, it's wisdom. Oh, God, Oliver, stop it! Jeez, he, like, freaking moved his head, and then I almost hit the wrong button.
Okay, so...
Over, sweetheart.
You would know that whatever properties your bow that you've just found in the ruin, whatever properties it possesses that you don't know, that you don't know about, a talented enough blacksmith would probably, they have enough knowledge of weapons that they would probably be able to figure out what kind of properties it has if you don't know about them yet. There are also other people of like a magical variety that could do that. Most main cities have there's like a mages guild in the city called, quickly open up the doc here that I forgot to open up before we started playing, the Star Shatter Order, SSO. And they're like a mages guild that operate out of most of the main city. There you could find people of all sorts of different magical persuasions, and there would more than likely be someone there that could identify the magical properties of your bow more accurately.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, go on.
So both are pretty much most likely. I probably would find out something from either or, right?
Either or, most likely, yeah. You'd have probably a bit more luck with like someone magical because there are magical properties with the bow, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll head out to the Mages Guild.
Okay. Well, there's not one in Reprive. Reprive is just a small town.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But in like one of the main cities, there would be, yeah.
Okay.
Just as a note.
I think it's like the thing is kind of cutting out, so I think maybe I didn't hear that part.
Oh, is it? Okay. It could be when Mike's like
your voice doubles a bit sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes it just kind of cuts a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hang on.
I hear most of it, though. Don't worry. I hear most of it. Just sometimes there's like little details that sometimes that's why I'll be confused.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not that I'm not listening. I think it's just like sometimes your voice will cut, and maybe that's what's going on.
All right.
Yeah,
so did you guys want to go to the armory, or did you want to look for, like, the library?
We can go to the armory first.
Yeah, the armory sounds like a nice place to go.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
Okay. Alrighty. So heading towards the armory, you walk by this carriage that's parked out the front of it. Horse-drawn, and there's a small old man, looks like a halfling in like his quite elder years, just sort of sitting at the reins and just chewing. Could be like a tobacco or something similar. And he's just kind of looking around, not really paying much attention to anything. He looks quite bored. You can't really see inside the carriage because there are curtains drawn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I'll just say hi.
Okay. You say hi to the old guy sitting in the carriage, and he just kind of goes, "Eh," and nods at you. And continues looking off and chewing.
I'll ask him what he's doing
He says, none of your business. Go about your day. And he's just, he seems like a bit of a dick, to be totally honest.
Gunther probably
going into the going into the armory. You guys see a guy who looks like he's in his, I say, early 20s, late teens, early 20s. And he looks quite well dressed. He might be someone of nobility. And he's standing before this dwarven woman who's probably about the same age. And she's polishing away at this large, what looks like a warhammer made of steel. Looks very finely crafted. She's just kind of polishing the metal on it. And you notice that the guy is human male. He seems kind of irate. He looks quite upset, and he says, "You said it would be ready. I demand it. I demand to have it now." He says, "Nay, I said it would be forged. It won't be ready for another few days." And he says, "So I came down here for nothing?" He says, "It would seem." He says, "Then I demand compensation," and he like grabs at the warhammer, and in a flash you quickly see her hand flick up from the warhammer and grab his index finger and bend it all the way back, and his body just kind of contorts, and he goes, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." And he just kind of submits to her grip, and she says, "Your blade will be ready in a couple days. You can return then." She releases him, and he just kind of cradles his hand, like his finger, and he turns around and he sees you all looking at him, and he seems rather embarrassed, and he goes, "My father will hear of this," to which she says, and he just kind of scowls and shoves by all of you and storms outside and slams the door behind him.
So yeah, I'm gonna approach the dwarven woman and just ask what all that was about. If she was all right or anything. I'm pretty sure she's all right, but
I mean, she almost broke this guy's finger.
I think she's okay, but I'll just ask exactly what was going on, what that was all about.
She's like, just nobles being nobles. So what can I do for you?
Well, I mean, like anyone else here is like looking for stuff, so I'll let you guys go ahead.
Yeah, by all means, browse what I have, and then if you have anything you wish to purchase, then come forward and speak to me.
I do have a question.
Aye?
Do you do maintenance on weapons? Like,
I sure do.
Like restoring a weapon from being like all rusty and everything to all brand new?
It depends on the condition. If it's about ready to break, then there's only so much I can do. But I can typically work some magic to make it happen.
Yeah, I found this old rusty machete, and I was wondering if it would be possible to restore that.
And she takes it from your hands and just kind of holds it above like the light of the fire that's in the back. Kind of inspects it. I can do something about this, restore it to working condition, yeah.
Right. How much would that be?
Oh, just a few gold. We'll say 3.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fair deal. And she reaches out and grabs your hand and shakes it, and she has a very strong grip. Like, very strong.
I can feel it.
If this is just a friendly handshake, then that poor dude with his finger must have been in hella pain.
Oh, Jesus.
Gunther just thinks to himself, I wouldn't want to anger that woman.
Indeed.
She seems quite nice, though. When you're not like, you know, trying to be like a dick about everything. You take 1d damage.
Of course.
Actually, while we're here, I kind of like turn to her and I go, I'm not sure if you would know anything about this, but and then I pull out the bow I just got, but I found this bow and I was wondering if maybe you could identify it. I just found it, and yeah.
Okay, so I hand it here, and she picks it up and very, very carefully handles it and inspects it very closely. She's like, very fine. This is an old bow. Magical properties for sure. Here, I'll type to you the properties that it has. So that I can... Let me just write it on your character sheet real quick so that we...
oh, yeah, no worries. Thanks.
Save some effort. Yeah, she identifies it for you, suffice to say.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. So...
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Let me put that in your character sheet proper there so you can use it as a weapon.
Okay. Yeah, so, because before I had to just use longbow and everything. Good dogs. Sorry. The dogs are just like... they're just here and they're good doggies.
There we go. Now it's properly on your character sheet, and you can use it
Awesome.
as any other weapon.
Awesome, thank you.
It's she says, definitely packs a hell of a punch. If you didn't use it against undead, you'd be remiss to do so. It'd be very handy against undead, that'd be for sure.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Aye. Anything else I can do for you?
You wouldn't happen to know about that suspicious cart outside, would you?
Aye, the carriage belongs to that noble boy. He's up from up by Vasker, up in the north.
From what?
Vasker, up in the north.
Okay.
There.
What's he doing all the way down here? Yeah, he's quite a far. Yeah, he's quite a way away. Why is he here?
I'm not too sure. Maybe he just come for my expert blacksmithing talent. Either way, nobles pay good money, so.
Hella fair. Wonder the driver was a little grumpy.
Poor guy. Hope he gets a raise.
He deserves better than this.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, real shit.
Feel terrible for that guy. Well, I mean, if anyone else has any business here,
Is anything cool looking in here? Like cool weapons?
Browsing the shelves and weapon racks and stuff, you see all sorts of different swords, shields, different weapons, armor, all quite nicely crafted. Some of it more basic, some of it looking a little more intricate and detailed.
Right.
Yeah.
what do they have
in the
for
armor department? Sorry.
The armor
No,
department.
that's exactly what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are, in fact, like full suits of armor,
Oh wow.
as well as just individual pieces and bits and bobs.
Yeah, like pieces.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different stuff on offer. Mostly chain, scale mail, that kind of stuff. Not so much in the heavy plate mail department. You do notice that the metal used has almost like a slightly green tint to it. It still looks like silver seal kind of metal, but there is like a really faint green in it as well. In all of the metals, in fact.
Do I know what that means?
Roll a nature check. Yes. So that kind of a tint comes from a local ore, Estil ore, and it is like a green metal with quite similar properties to iron, but it's a lot like iron, but a little bit lighter. But it still has a lot of protection.
Right.
So it's used in crafting steel products here locally, and not really anywhere else, because the only mine that has that kind of ore is just up in the mountain, the Evergreen Mountains, right near here. So this is kind of the only place that does that kind of green metal.
Right. Interesting. So would you say like a chess piece or like whatever would be better than the one I have right now if I got one of these?
It'd probably be about the same, like a breastplate. Probably be about the same, yeah.
You say they have like loose pieces of armor,
Yes.
not just full armor. What do they have?
They have shoulder plates, arm guards, gloves, gauntlets, leg guards. They've got boots, all sorts of different stuff. Helmets. Yeah.
Get something for my arms.
For your arms? Yeah. So there are sort of half plate arm guard stuff. There's chainmail and there's scale mail as well.
Different.
The difference. Get some bookie look. Difference between chainmail and scale mail in scale mail is a little lighter than chainmail. Chainmail is like proper like metal chain all over. But scale mail is individual scales of metal that are a little, I guess, thinner, but a little less maneuverable. Okay. Makes a little less noise than chainmail does. Chainmail does tend to chink, chink when you walk. So, each one, for just arm protection, each one would probably offer about the same protection. For chain and scale.
Oh, okay.
In this case, if you want to be a little more stealthy, you'd probably be better off going with scale. Chain is a little bit more, I guess, malleable and movable than scale is.
But, you know, if it's for the arms, it doesn't...
You can still, like, have full range of motion with scale too, and it'll be a little quieter.
Alright, maybe I'll get some of that.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay. Oh, no, Colby. Sorry. I'm gonna mute the mic.
What would that be? Kind of like this?
Yeah, kind of like that, but like a full arm for shoulder.
No.
There'd be a little bit of a gap in the elbow joint that would just be cloth, but it would all hold. Probably. She says, I can do that for. Let me take your measurements, and she just walks up beside you and pulls out this tape and just starts lifting your arm and like measuring and putting your arm back down, lifting the other one, like very sort of pulling you around and acting. She moves very quickly and she looks like she really knows what she's doing. Has a lot of experience with it, and she says, I can do it for say 40 gold.
That's good. I'll take it.
All right, deal. And she grabs your hand with hers. Big firm shake. I come back in a day or so and I'll have it ready for you.
Excellent.
Fantastic. All right. What else can I do for everyone?
Oh, I actually forgot to ask something earlier. Just out of curiosity, how long will it take to restore that machete?
Machete? Probably about the same amount of time. I do have a couple of jobs going on now, so I'm a little busy.
That sounds good. I was just curious.
Fantastic.
That's
also, may I get your name?
Hi, my name is Glenn. Well, Glenn Mayhilda Dibshield.
I'm gonna need to know how to write that.
Just Glenn will do.
Can you spell that?
No need.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll make sure to remember.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Did you just come up with this?
Dwarves, man. Dwarves,
I really hope not.
No,
I just,
he has spread for this.
I hope Di said Jesus fucking Christ in character. Alright.
Just a big, long, full name, then just someone like, fuck.
She's
like, get out of my store.
Honestly, when Gunther is faced with business, he just writes down, he just asks for people's names.
I feel like Gunther probably just like stared at her when she said that, was like, excuse me?
That was all the name?
Are you sure?
Sure you didn't include your suburb and postcode? Like,
imagine if she had a middle name.
Just like,
oh my god! Gunther's just like, yeah, so I'm just gonna put you down as Jane.
Gunther was just like, I didn't need you to spell that. Thanks.
Yeah.
He says as he holds his little journal.
Yes.
He looks like probably like a really wannabe detective. Everyone's probably like, the whole crew's probably just all like, yeah, we don't really associate with this guy.
Even though he's only logging his transactions and journey stuff.
I feel kind of bad because when you're doing something and then you're just like, can I get your name? She's probably like, why the fuck do you need my name? Anyways.
So, what would everyone else like to do?
I'm gonna be go with armor. You said most of it's chainmail, right?
Yeah, most of it's like she works with a lot of metal. That's kind of a thing.
Yeah. Then I'm probably not gonna be interested in that at the moment.
Fair enough.
I like my stealth, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, just gotta get some gear for Diana because she's a tank, and it wouldn't be good if she takes a little damage with it.
like last time where we almost lost you. God damn. Oh.
Half her health in one hit. You know?
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Tank. Oh, I entirely forgot we're supposed to level people up.
All right. Okay, let's keep going.
Yes, continuing on.
Sorry.
There's the armor that's being purchased, and what would everyone else like?
Okay, so now that we've done that, we can probably go to the library because
I think everyone else was.
anything
Oh
here
yeah,
yet.
the guy told us that there might be some like ancient
messenger.
text.
Yeah, and we're also.
Oh yeah, we were also waiting for the messenger. That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, are we gonna wait a couple days before we head out, just in case the messenger comes in between?
I mean, we have to wait anyway for like all of our stuffs to be ready.
Right.
Mm.
Anyways, Jake, did you want anything
else
here?
Want to do any? Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, so let's keep going.
About the same for me.
Okay. Well, Glenn's like, I should not be too long before this is all ready, so take your time, hang around town, maybe go see the sights. Don't
Is
go
there
into
any
Duskwood
bars?
or in the mountains, they're dangerous.
Wait, what?
Don't go into Duskwood or the mountains, they're dangerous. Unless you're into that kind of thing. I mean, you're buying armor and stuff, so I mean, to each their own.
Thank you. I'll keep a
I'm
note
not
of
one to
that.
judge.
Di's like, man, we should really check that out.
She's talking about the Evergreen Mountains.
Yeah, the
keep
Evergreen
a note
Mountains
of
there, just
Okay.
next to you.
Anyways, we should probably head over to that library now.
That
Exciting.
would be a good idea.
Libraries.
Says, the library is just to the south of here, and she just points straight out of her door, like, just keep going that way. Hard to miss. The most boring building in town. She continues just like scrubbing away at the, polishing away at the big fucking steel warhammer she has in front of her.
I like your sense of humor.
Well, thank you. And I just kind of.
You're most welcome.
And just scurry out there.
Okay. So you guys head outside, and further down the path there, toward the south, there is indeed a large building with the front entrance is adorned with stone columns that lead sort of inward toward the main door, up a small staircase. Yeah.
Let's go in.
Oh, yeah, we're going in. Sorry.
So that's
Cool,
where
I
the
mean-
library is.
I mean, we went to the library. We're not going to stand in front of the library, so.
Unfair.
Well, let's go on in.
Okay, so what are we looking for?
We were going to look for some ancient text to help us find the next temple.
Like we show at the front. You get like ancient text and stuff.
First, didn't we have any information about possible locations?
Right, so as you walk in, it immediately feels warm once you're inside out of the cold outdoor air. There is a set of tables running up the center of the library building, and all the walls are adorned with bookcases filled with all sorts of different books. The walls are quite tall, and the bookcases stretch from floor to ceiling. There are ladders that are sitting on rollers that move around the room. A couple of people are sitting down various spots in the library. Most of the tables and seats are empty. And there's a woman sitting behind a desk, sort of at the back of the room, back of the hall, in the center. Yeah, looks like a human woman in her probably early 40s. Long dark hair, and she's sort of got tiny reading glasses on. She's looking down into a book. It's very quiet.
Okay, so I approach and I whisper. Well, not whisper. I just say like in a very low, quiet voice if she has. What? What?
Just go ahead.
God, if she knows it, like where the ancient texts would be, like
on just sort of like religious and historical knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Says, well, I do have those in in an archive in the back, but I don't normally let people in there. And she just kind of fidgets for a bit, and you can see her like thinking, sort of cogs turning in her head, and she says, I could allow you access, but I need a favor first.
Oh shit.
Oh gosh. Okay. What's
favor?
Okay.
Well,
there's a fortune teller that lives over in Duskwood, and I need my payment delivered to her, but I can't really go right now. I'll get you to roll a perception check real quick.
Oh boy.
Everyone,
I like how. Was that?
Have all of you approached the...
we're all here together. So.
Have you all approached the woman at the front, or is just Faye gone? Yeah, if
I
whoever's
went
approached the
to-
woman at the desk, then yeah, roll a perception check.
Ooh.
did I click twice? I did.
Oh no. Okay,
the
that wasn't
first
me.
one is
I thought for a
actually
second
good.
I got the 4, and I was like, ah, shit.
Lyra's just out of it.
22.
Like,
He's like, oh no, libraries, fuck.
I am so bored.
It is so boring.
God, can we just go to McDonald's?
What do my special eyes see?
All right, so first of all, Faye, you noticed that the librarian, her hand
Oh,
is
hold on.
all...
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Your voice was cutting out. I don't mean to interrupt.
Oh, sorry. You noticed that the librarian woman, her hand is all bandaged up. And it kind of runs up her wrist some. And Gunther, you notice this as well, but you also notice that just peeking ever so slightly out of the edge of the white bandages is this sort of blackness that's kind of creeping up her arm like this. It looks like veins almost that are just kind of really dark black.
Can I identify that or something?
Roll a nature check.
Nature, right here. And it's probably a bust.
Could be some kind of poison related thing, could be an infection that's really bad, but nothing that you really...
This is not the
you
kind
know
of thing I would be able to ask just like that, because of course she'll be defensive about it. No, I'll
And-
get Trojan.
Oh my god. I have no idea what the dogs are barking about.
But yeah, so she and you can see her like as you guys sort of tend to notice that and give it a look over, she kind of pulls the edge of the bandage up over like where the black sort of veininess is. And
I
turns it up to cover it up.
I nonchalantly ask her, say that looks serious.
She says, "Oh, it's something that I'll get sorted out in time. But first, I really do need I really do need my payment delivered to the fortune teller.
Did you get this while trying to go through the woods?
No, this was sometime after. Don't worry about this. I'll see a healer about this and get it fixed. I know
Now
I know what it is. It's a problem for me to work out. Don't worry about it.
I
Now
see,
this-
but would you mind?
However, because of the condition, I can't really go. So I need someone to go for me.
I see. Would you kindly tell me how, like, what gave that wound to you? Can I do a, like, persuasion check or something?
Yeah, roll persuasion.
All right.
Okay. She says, "Well, it was. It's kind of personal. I'd rather not talk about it."
Fair enough.
Not for everyone else is just contemplating life.
I say.
Well, I'm trying this. Oh, go ahead.
I say if you don't tell me, I'm gonna make it worse.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Jesus!
Thank you. I just whispered to myself like, "Thank you."
Oh my! I'm looking at Lysira like, you can't just freaking say that to someone. Oh my god! You know what I do? I reach over and smack the back of Lysira's head, like, shush. Don't be rude.
She says, well, it's I guess it's a curse. Please don't cut off my arm." That's really not going to fix it. I promise that's not going to fix it. That will indeed make it worse. Okay, please.
Well, then,
Can I ask something first?
Mhm.
This wasn't given by the fortune teller, now was it? Or
I'd rather not talk about it. I really shouldn't talk about it.
I mean, at this point, we know it's a curse. The least you could tell us what gave that to you. It would really be helpful.
yeah. I mean, not to sound rude or anything, but if this was given by
we're
the
helping
fortune,
you.
yeah, and if this was given by the fortune teller, you want us to make that payment for. We probably don't want to go.
Face convinced that this fortune teller is a witch.
I just like bang my hand out. No, I'm not gonna do this. But it's like I bang my hand on the table, like witch.
Yeah, she says, "Well, yeah, yes, it was the fortune teller, but it's my own fault. So don't think too wrongly of her for doing so."
I ask her if you're sending us there to remove the curse for her.
Yeah, that's what the payment is for. And once I pay it, the curse will be removed, and I'll be fine.
Exactly what do we need to be careful about? Because this fortune teller sounds extremely dangerous.
And she kind of like fidgets with her thumbs for a bit. You notice like the hand bandages, by the way, cover up the entirety of her hand like a sort of baking mitt. But she's kind of fidgeting with her thumbs, and she's like, "Well, just don't make a deal that you can't follow through on. Make sure that you make a deal that you can fulfill, and you should be fine."
Well, I guess it's really up to you guys. Should we keep going, or should we take this?
Well, if we don't get the records.
Yeah.
Whoa! Holy
Which
crap!
is mainly why we came here to begin with.
Hold on, calm down. Calm down.
We've got time to kill anyway, so why not?
You're fine. Colby.
If it means we get what we want,
down.
we might as well
Calm
do
down.
it.
Goodness.
Do I
So it
foresee
doesn't please
anything?
me to get into danger just for that, but
I'm so sorry about that.
That's all right.
they're nice dogs, but they don't behave.
I know. Well, I think they see something and they got spooked.
We saw a ghost.
Don't say that. I'm home alone. Now I'm gonna be on call with you guys all night because of this. Thanks. Anyways, I'm sorry. What were we discussing before the dogs just decided to like?
No, I was just saying like we have some time to kill, so we may as well. And I was just asking Nick if my character she has like an ability.
That works with your sleeping. You get dreams.
Only with my sleeping?
Hang on, let me check.
I don't think so. I think you get dreams, but
right.
also like. If not, I'll take a nap right now.
I mean, we can head out in the morning.
It's just.
Oh, okay. Hang on, yeah. 120 feet. Okay, yeah. No, you don't.
Not at the moment.
No.
Okay.
Fiendish.
Okay.
Anyway. Yes.
So, yeah or nay?
I mean, yes.
I might as well. I mean, we need to get those records anyways, so.
Exactly, and this is why we came here to begin with.
The only thing is, like, what about the messenger?
That is true.
Where would we meet this person?
The messenger?
The messenger? Because they give us information in case we couldn't find anything here.
Yeah, the messenger would probably arrive in nearly a week, like a good few days.
Okay.
A good few days. How long will it take us? Maybe. How long will it take us to get to the fortune teller and back?
It's not a long. You could probably go like in a day.
A day, yeah.
Okay. I mean, if we speed through it, I guess we could. We just have to come right back here.
There is an inn in town that you can rest at, so.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, maybe probably leave your card somewhere safe.
My card, yeah, probably because I'm not lugging around wine. The only thing is because I'm not. But the only thing is now that I don't have a cart, I can't carry Gunther and Lasara, so they're gonna have to walk.
Oh, it's okay.
That's right. Lasara got a horse.
I was the one bumming off a ride of you.
Yeah.
Right. So everyone pretty much has a horse to ride on, right? I mean, like
it's fairly close anyway.
Dice riding with me.
We don't have to go full speed either.
No.
You could go like a day, either way, like a day there and a day back, and you'd still, like, just on foot.
Yeah, we don't have to
get back in 2 days.
We're good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're fine. All right.
You could even leave your horse here, I guess.
Yeah, you could. There are stables here that'll care for that sort of thing. They'll hang on to your cart as well, store it there, and keep
especially
it
if it's dangerous. I probably don't want my horse dying. So.
That would suck.
He will kill your horse if you don't take good care of it. He will do it. I've seen him do it. Yes. He's smiling right now.
I'm thinking about my horse. I don't want my horse to die. It's been with me for a long time, all right?
What's your horse's name, by the way?
I haven't given it a name.
You haven't?
I need to think of a name. I'm not very good with like good horses' names. I can name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, even my rapier
like
has
the one
a name.
in heaven, the one I have in the other game of Shane and Dom.
Yeah.
Yes, I named him Bo.
Bo.
That's
right. even my rapier has a name.
Have you named this one that you have now?
I don't have a horse.
I thought you had one.
No, I'm just riding with Faye.
Oh, okay, cool.
I could name my horse. I'll think about it.
Anyway.
Okay.
So, yes. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to rest in town first and then head out? Or are you going to go? Because now it's, at the moment, it's kind of starting to get into like late afternoon, evening.
Alright. We should probably stay then.
Yeah.
Especially if the area is... Is there a bar?
There's an inn that doubles as a tavern and a place to stay.
I would
Ooh,
very much like to go take a trip there.
same.
Yeah, might as well.
The only person that can't go is the baby.
Oh,
The baby baby can stay in the
She
room.
can get a room to stay there, yeah, but they're not going to serve her drinks.
Just lock her in.
The thing about Christ, the thing about taverns here is like it's not really like a bouncer at the door not letting you in kind of thing. It's more of like a they'll serve you food and drink and stuff, but they're not going to serve alcohol to kids.
Okay, well, I guess we can get her a kid menu and some color crayons.
Happy meal.
Get her a Happy Meal, some nuggets, and
She
In
can
a
have
juice
like
box.
she could get like one of those menus that come with like the color crayons and the maze on the background.
And she gets a little juice box.
Okay, I guess we can all go.
yeah,
Okay.
we should do that.
I think we all deserve a drink after everything we went through.
Indeed.
I agree.
Well,
Alright.
actually, I'm curious about something.
Yeah.
Because I still have that old wine in my my water skin from last time, and I was curious. I want to taste it, so I'm going to taste it now.
Oh goodness.
Well, maybe let's get to the inn first before you get wasted.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah,
Let's do the in,
we're-
I'll try it after.
I don't really want to drag you out of a library drunk. That wasn't on my to-do list for today. Just saying.
Okay, fair enough. I don't drink it now. I'll wait till we get there.
Okay,
Okay.
so we head to the inn.
All right. So you guys walk through town to find this inn. It's a 2-story establishment, and walking in, there's a rabble of people standing around there's a rabble of different people standing around the fire, just sort of having a talk and each of them holding like a flagon, and a couple of them laugh and slap each other on the back. Heading toward the bar sort of area, there are tables and seating around it. Upstairs, there's a set of stairs on the left-hand wall walking in that lead up, and there's just a heap of rooms, doors leading into rooms at the top level, and you assume those are the rooms that would be where you would sleep for the night.
Do we have to share rooms? Because I'm not sharing a room with Gunther. Y'all laughing? I'm dead serious.
There's about 6 doors up there. However many are taken, you're not sure, but
It's okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Don't
Don't
well,
worry
I'll
about
just, I'll make it easier. I'll share a room with Gunther, but I'm not sharing a bed with him.
No worries. Now, while we're here, I
don't
think
want
would
to
be a
sleep
good time
on
to test
that.
it out. Come on, I'm not going to go bad touch. That's
pretty
harsh.
You can pretty much take turns with like Savvy's character because you guys are both elves, so you only sleep like half as much as everyone else does.
Yeah, I can spend more time drinking. I'm kidding.
So, since we're here now, I can actually ask the real question. I ask like anyone in the group if would you be willing to try this drink? And it's
Fuck
the
yeah.
old wine in the water skin.
Thank you, Guy, for taking one for the team.
Di and Lyra like both raise their hands immediately.
All right, well, share this, and I give you my water skin.
Guy's like,
Okay.
wait, what the fuck? I want some.
Yeah,
To
she
be-
takes a drink.
Is the
Alright.
old wine.
I
that we
swear to
roll.
God, if I have to take.
how many people are hands up who's taking a drink right now?
I'm
of the
not
old
because
wine?
I'm testing it on others.
Okay.
Oh
What a
my
dick.
God.
So
But no,
Di
I'm not
and
because
Lazira?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So you guys both
Someone's gotta
make
take
a
the
Constitution saving throw.
Jesus Christ. Oh
Alright.
my God.
That's
That's
no
right.
way to
Wow.
All right. So Di, you've tried you've tried a string of different alcohols in the past, just through people from where you're from. They all have their own things that they like to try, and you take a swig of it, and you're like, it definitely is really strong, especially for wine. Like, this is like, whoa, but like, you've had worse.
She's been around.
You know, it's going to take a lot more than that to knock you down. Lazira, like, you've had your share of alcohol in your time as well, but this is strong shit. Like, damn, like, holy crap. Like, taking a swig of it, like, you feel it burn all the interior of your nose, and like, it's just like, whoa. I really don't have any other way of explaining it apart from that. And you feel it kind of go to your head a little bit, but not to the point where you're like, you know, tipsy or drunk or whatever. But like, yeah, that's something that you could only have like a little port glass or something of, because that's damn.
I imagine Lysira just like coughing uncontrollably, but still being like, "Oh yeah, that's good shit."
Probably.
Heck.
Well, now I more or less know how strong it is just from hearing that.
It's pretty fucking strong. I mean, the tiefling didn't seem all that phased. She just kind of took a sip and was like, yeah. But like, yeah. The human got like,
hey Gunther, why don't you take a nice big swig of it?
I don't feel like it. So, how old was that one anyway?
Probably over 100 years old.
I remember you said a couple hundreds.
So the temple was lost to the Dark Elves that took it over roughly 300 years ago.
Boy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
This is old wine.
Awesome.
Hella fermented.
I am pleased.
Alright.
Who's gonna get drunk?
I'm not drinking that, but I will sure as heck go to the pub.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Apparently, what's in the water skin is way more important.
No. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
You guys hear a voice from across the tavern, coming from a human male behind the bar. He goes, "Hey, come on, no outside stuff. If you're coming here to drink, then drink the stuff I have here. I've got a business to run."
Fair enough.
I put both my hands up. I'm like, it wasn't me, and I point to Gunther. It was him.
he just kind of nods and waves his hand like, yeah. All right. Whatever. He looks like he didn't really care that much. He was just like, you know, just a heads up.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess, are we going inside the pub?
What are we going to do for the rest of the evening before we go to bed?
Let's get drunk. Let's eat and get drunk. It seemed to work the last time. I mean, why not?
The child
buy the child a Happy Meal.
Yeah, the child approaches the bar first, and the barkeep kind of leans over the wooden bar to look down at her, and she slaps a couple gold pieces on the counter and is just like, "I'll have a room for the night, please." And he just kind of looks up at you guys, just like points down at her, like points up at you guys, points down at her, like, "Is she with you?"
She sure is.
Okay.
I'm proud of my small daughter.
He shrugs and he
She's more
scoops
mature
the
than
gold
us.
coins off the counter, and he hands her a key and just points up at the third door along. And she turns around, looks quite pleased with herself, and wanders past you guys and upstairs and goes to bed.
Such a sassy little child. I like her.
So, is there people gambling around here, or?
Oh my god.
There are a couple of people around the table playing cards, yeah.
Keep me out of this.
I'm gonna play.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around with Faye and also drink.
I'm not gonna get caught up in this whole gambling thing before I. Yeah, we're gonna end up in a bathtub full of ice cubes of no kidneys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also gonna go with Die and Faye and also drink.
And you're on your own, Gunther.
No worries, I'll be just fine.
He's dead.
You guys,
I lean over to Die. I'm like, he's
I'll get. All right, so you guys all sit at a table and start drinking for the night. Have a few flagons of ale and whatever else. How heavily are you guys drinking? Getting a little bit turned, or are you guys just kind of getting a little buzz and then going to bed?
I'm not gonna get too drunk. I'm just gonna get buzzed. I don't need a hangover before all this.
Yeah,
So,
Lysire's getting drunk.
Okay.
He's getting fucked.
So,
She like Lysire's like shot. Everybody.
so what about Die? Is Die just...
Yeah, okay, if Lysire's drinking like that, she probably is too, because she's not gonna be left behind. She's like, fuck no.
Okay,
I
fair
guess
enough.
I'm the DD.
Alright, so
Faye's the DD tonight.
Lazira and Die, it'll be 7 gold for you two, because 2 gold for the rooms and then 5 for the alcohol. And then Lacey, from you, it's just going to be 4.
4, okay.
4 gold.
Oh, God damn
as
it.
for Gunther, you find a seat with these guys that are all playing. They seem like a pretty rough and tumble type for the most part. They don't seem too keen of senses, shall we say. Not the sharpest tools in the toy box. So you could probably swindle these guys for a bit if you're stealthy about it. But if you want to play legitimately, you can also do that.
Alright, well, I'll start playing with them and I'll probably cheat my way through it.
Oh my god.
Okay. In that case, I'll get you to roll sleight of hand.
Where
This
is
is
my
not going to end
sheet?
well.
There it is. Who said he plays fair?
He's a man about money. What do you want from him? Yeah, you're able to, like, pocket a card here or there, swipe a nice one from the table, wait for him to deal a new hand. You swap a 2 out for an ace, you know, that kind of stuff. And, yeah, you end up taking back a bit of money. Now, it isn't like a super rich town, but these guys look like they're doing pretty okay. So you make about 25 gold pieces out of this.
Not bad.
And then it's going to be about 2 gold for the night. By the end of the time playing, they don't like you all that much.
I kind of figured.
Are they
Yeah, 'cause you've taken
gonna
all the
try
money.
to beat us up because of all the money we took?
So I got about 25, so I have...
Roll an insight
5
check,
now.
okay?
Me? Alright.
Yeah.
Insight?
And is anyone just like kind of watching him, or is he just kind
I
of...
feel like we're all watching, just waiting
I
for
think
something
we're
to happen.
Yeah, we're all
Alright.
watching.
Yeah.
Everyone
Does
who's
everybody
watching,
roll-
roll an insight check.
Insight.
Yep.
This is not gonna end well for me. Not at all.
Alright. I mean, they seem like sketchy people, like in a really, like, in a sense that they're not dressed like they would never fight in their life. You know, they look like they could fight if they really wanted to, but you get the sense that these guys aren't butthurt enough to like actually do any violent damage about this. Like they'll kind of be depressed for a few days and then they'll get over it.
Well, I made a good amount of money, so I'll stop it there for now.
Alrighty.
I know when to call
So-
it quits.
Yes.
Please.
So you guys all retire for the night.
Okay.
Sleep in shifts, whatever you want to do. And wake up bright and early in the morning. By the time you... Leaving from here in the morning, by the time you approach the the location you're looking for in Duskwood, it would be quite late in the evening, so you could probably get there before the sun completely goes down. It would kind of get a bit dark, but you can get there, and then on the way back, you would probably have to stop and have a sleep. Just make camp somewhere in the forest. So, just let you know.
Yeah.
So okay, you mean at the end for the night?
Yeah.
We're doing ships? Yeah, that would be good. That would be a really good idea, actually.
Well, at the end?
Aren't we at the end?
No, I was talking about on the way
we
back.
left.
Like once you head out to the.
Oh, jeez, I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's
once
okay.
you head
I
out
got
to the
confused
woods,
there.
on your way back, you would have to stop and kind of have a rest, like make camp somewhere in the woods on your way back at night.
Okay.
Because the woods are going to be quite dark at night, and Duskwood in particular has it's got a reputation for being very dark. Just even during like a brightest day, it'll be dimly lit.
Did I have creepy fever dreams?
Did you? You didn't dream of fiends, but you dreamt of something sinister.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Shit.
Yeah. Anyway. Stuff. So you guys are heading off then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just gonna go on foot?
Yeah, we're leaving
Yeah.
the horses and the cart.
Yeah, we left everything.
Okay. So you guys head over and make it to the woods just fine. It's pretty close to town. Probably about 2 hours walk, 1 or 2 hours. And then you get into Duskwood, and it starts out as a light wooded area. But as you sort of go further in, the light kind of gets blocked out by the trees. It gets kind of dark. The density of the woods just gets heavier and heavier the deeper you go. Roll a perception check.
Where's my sheet? Here it is.
Ooh, okay. I see the shit out of everything.
I can see the future.
I don't.
Alright, so as you guys head through the wooded area here, you notice that the ground starts to get less dirt path and more muddy and sloppy. As you journey further in, it gets a little darker, and Faye, you see something just out of the corner of your periphery. You see for an instant, you see a blink of a person appear and then vanish. Kind of like have you seen Fight Club?
It's been a very, very long time.
Okay, well, anyway, for those who have seen it, they'll probably know what I mean. But like, you see a blink of an image of a person just kind of appear for like a fraction of a second.
Are you talking about like with the theater scene?
Kind of how like that he splices stuff in for like a fraction of a second. But like you see like, also side note, all throughout the movie, like a guy, he actually like himself like appears like here and there like as a blink.
Oh, that's creepy.
Anyway, but yeah, you see a person sort of appear very quickly and then disappear. And it's the image of a woman, so it looks quite old and crotchety, long, dirty grey hair, wearing kind of dirty, drab, like loose-hanging clothing. She has greenish skin and a very crooked nose.
So basically, your everyday Halloween witch, right?
Kind of, yeah. You see, like, she has very big eyes, and she's got this big, wicked smile looking at you, and she only appears for, like, a blink, like an instant, and then vanishes. But she is, like, clear as you see everybody else. You see her, like, boop, and then gone.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop everyone what they're doing, just real quick. I don't pull out my weapon just yet. My hand is on my short sword, and I just take a moment to kind of look around for a bit. Do I need to roll another perception check, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, looking around now, looking specifically for that again, like, you know what you saw. It was a very strange thing to just, like, think that you saw that. Like, you know what you saw, and looking around for that again, you wait, just looking around, keeping a very close eye on everything around you. You see absolutely nothing. Like, it doesn't show up again.
Okay. All right. I just tell everyone to be very cautious and to start moving quickly.
Shouldn't we move carefully? However.
Well, yeah, I guess we should move carefully, but the sooner we get out of here, the better. I don't think we should stick around here for too much longer. I'm pretty spooked.
Yeah. This place gives me the creeps.
Raggy. Yikes. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm telling everyone to, like, you know, be careful, but to just kind of quicken their pace. Like, we need to get out of here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, moving forward deeper into the woods, it becomes a lot more swampy. And just kind of grimy, and like how I was saying before, where it turned into mud, it turns even heavier into mud. There are sort of deeper, sloppier puddles that form, like, where half a boot will sink in rather than just like stepping on top, and it just it gets all gross. As you pull your foot out of that, it just kind of, like, it's really slimy, and, like, it's covered in, like, a thin layer of moss that was hiding it amongst the other greenery around. It's real dirty. You're also noticing just this foul. The further you go in, you're just this stink, this horrible foul stench. You can't quite put your finger on exactly what it smells like, but it's sickly.
Smells rotten.
It just smells gross. So you head deeper in. And sorry, go on.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just gonna ask something. Is there anything that we could just, like, walk on top of to avoid this grime that we're walking on?
It's more like the grime is the surroundings, like, it's everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm assuming
so there's kind of no avoiding it.
Yeah.
And the child looks very displeased by this.
Should just stay back at the...
Oh, it's triggering her at an almighty level. Like, oh my goodness.
Gwynthar is also disgusted, but not as bad.
Yeah.
You guys are wimps.
So you... by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but, like, at the library, I should have mentioned this earlier, damn it. I can't remember if I did or not, but the librarian gave you a small box that had her payment in it.
Oh, yeah, I was actually going to ask. I was like, well, did she give us anything to give, or did she just, send us out with nothing?
Entirely my bad. Yes, I should have pointed that out. Yes, she did give you a small box with her payment inside.
Do we know what
she told you not to open.
Who has it?
Whoever you wish to have it.
Who's going to hold it?
Well, I'd say Lysira because she was.
Gunther cannot keep it, though. Not Gunther, anyone but Gunther.
Oh, okay, sure.
we don't need you gambling that box away, and then we're all
I
cursed.
would not. We need it
So,
for important matter.
So we'll just say like Faye has it.
Okay.
Just
The
to
voice of reason.
continue, Mom.
Yep.
Oh God.
For those reasons, yes.
Right, Mom.
Heading in further into the woods, Lazira, you see, just for an instant, you swear that you saw the image of this same woman I described earlier, just sort of blink and then vanish out of your vision. Just about 30 feet ahead of you and to your left, like just out of the way, almost half hidden behind a tree, but kind of peeking out. You see her standing there smiling at you with her big, wicked grin and eyes just for like an instant, and then she vanishes as quickly as she appeared.
Did Faye tell us that she saw that?
No, I'm spooked.
Yeah.
I just told
just
everyone
said,
to
like,
hurry up. I didn't want to panic
say
anyone,
anything.
so I didn't want to worry anyone, so I just said just to hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
I pull out one of my knives when I see it, but and just slowly look around.
Okay. Roll a perception check. Okay. Looking around, you don't see anything. Like, you continue walking with the group, like dagger drawn and just ready, but yeah, there's nothing else appears. Might have just been the lights playing tricks on you, but it feels like you saw it very clearly. Okay, so it starts to get quite late. A good few hours have passed, and you guys make your way deeper into the woods there, and you find a shack deep in the swampy area, kind of elevated off of the ground to avoid the muck and the water. There's a small pot with a lit flame out the front of it, just kind of burning away. The pot kind of bubbling and releasing some steam. Yeah, so what would you guys like to do?
Can I look around and make sure nothing's gonna jump us?
Sure, perception.
Like, this is like some creepypasta shit going on here.
Face paranoid today.
I'm sorry. Do you not see the area that we are in?
I kind of do, which is why I wonder if I could do something after Faye's done doing what she's doing.
Okay.
Looking around, there doesn't appear to be anything out here that's a threat. There's no... Here in this swamp area, doesn't appear to be much animal life. Like, you'd be looking out for gators and stuff, but like there doesn't appear to be any, despite it being like the perfect environment for them. Apart from like the odd cobweb, you can see like spider webs among the branches of the trees and just stuff like that. Occasionally, like, a bird will fly from a branch and it'll just kind of like, you'll get a bit of a jump out of that, like the sudden noise, but like, yeah, there's nothing really dangerous around. You don't spot anyone or anything like amongst the trees.
Okay.
Alright, so I will approach the shack and knock.
Okay. As you're doing that, Gunther, you wanted to do something?
I wanted to do something. Okay, so the area is mostly swamps, right?
Yes.
And there's a bunch of trees everywhere because it's a forest, obviously.
Yep.
My question first would be, is a grappling hook just the hook, or is it already assembled?
Oh no, it is. We can just kind of make it up as we go, whether you want to have it like aside from your rope, or you want to have your rope like hooked in and ready to go. But it is in fact a kind of like a big fishing hook, but with like the sort of 3-prong kind of thing going on.
Okay, and it's not attached to a rope already, it's just the head, right?
It's what?
I was wondering if it was just like if it was already attached to a rope, or if it's just the head of the hook, like of the grappling hook.
Up to you. In this situation, you can have it either set up with the rope or just the hook.
Okay, well, I'm having it set up with the hook. and everything, just in case, in case like someone starts.
You need to get up off the ground. Yeah. Okay.
I heard him say Gunther wants to do something, and the first thing I imagined was he's going to try to sell something to that shack, isn't he?
Who knows? Maybe she wants some wine. Oh wait, I don't have it.
Yeah, do you really want us to like play around and get ourselves cursed?
No.
Jesus Christ. I'm just like right behind Di, and I have my hand on her shoulder. I'm shaking.
Does the swamp catch on fire easily?
There are some gases in here that could catch a light, but probably not in a, the slightest flame will make a giant explosion kind of thing. Like more like, it's easy to start a fire in this area.
Okay. Is it to the point where I can start to see a fire in the swamp?
You can see the
Sorry about that.
For example, the pot with the open flame burning beneath it, like that's going, and it's not like causing any other damage or anything, so it's probably fine.
Yeah, it's all right. So
I mean, like getting a campfire started would be quite easy in this area, but like, there's not like you're gonna snap your fingers like Rory Mustang, create a spark, and then, like, the entire swamp goes up in this giant fire explosion.
Yeah, I was just wondering if the swamp was like.
Yeah, no, it's fairly safe for that kind of thing.
Okay.
So you wanted to?
Yeah, I'm following them.
You wanted to knock on the door? Yep. Okay. So, approaching the shack, you kind of climb the twisting staircase up to the top. There's no one outside,
right,
but you can see lights on the inside. And knock away at the door. So as you enter the shack, like once you knock, the door just kind of creaks open.
Oh God.
Sort of looking inside, you can see various knickknacks and weird stuff hanging from hooks around the room. You can see stuff on shelves, and there's books and all sorts of like weird looking stuff everywhere. Roll a perception check real quick.
Oh boy, oh boy.
What's everyone else doing at this time? Are you all following her up there? And
yeah, I actually went with them.
Yeah, everyone's going as well. Okay. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
So, you sort of look around the room. There's a table in the center with like an old, grimy pink cloth on it, with a chair, a seat on either side. There's just all sorts of weird-looking stuff. You're not sure really what any of it does, any of the stuff around the room. For the most part, it looks like junk, but you kind of get the sense that each and everything in some way. You see like a string hanging from the ceiling, and on the string, on what looks like fishing hooks, like all over it, but like once you get a good look at it, like it's actually fingers that are kind of like just in the shape of hooks, like in like a large bouquet hanging downward from the ceiling. Things of that nature. There's like a jar hanging with a rope from the ceiling, just full of various eyeballs, not all from humanoid creatures, but from all sorts of different creatures, just sitting there tickling.
God, this is some straight up Saw shit going on right here.
It's hideous.
Also, you see to your right as something small kind of moves very suddenly.
No.
You all look over to your right. You see it's a small raven on a little perch. And it appears to have some form of like mange almost. Like it's missing a whole heap of feathers. It looks dirty. One of the eyes appears to be blind and milky.
Oh God.
And its head just kind of twitches as it like observes the lot of you.
Which is familiar.
Yeah, it just unsettling fucking bird. It looks hella dirty.
Okay. Nope, there is no one else here.
No, there doesn't appear to be anyone in the room. There's another door at the other end of the room. A doorway open, but yeah, you can't see. That looks quite dark, and you can't see it from. This room's kind of well lit.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's little candles and stuff burning away. It's dimly lit, but it's lit. But yeah, you can't really see in that other room. Doesn't appear to be any kind of light in there. There doesn't appear to be anyone in this.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
maybe
boy.
we could just leave the payment and leave.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
How would you know what the payment's for?
Not do that.
Right? We can
Yeah.
just leave a note.
Did we ever look inside the box?
No, we didn't.
I don't think we're supposed to.
She said not to, apparently.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Thank God you guys told me that. Well, no, it's the my connection
Latency,
shit and
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
All good.
Okay.
Can I
You
go
said-
knock on the other door?
Oh
The
God.
other doorway is just kind of like an open archway, like it's open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you just can't really see in there. It's
Right.
quite dark. Like this room's lit, but that room is not really dark.
Mm.
You can't hear any movement
Oh God.
And we can't see either.
apart from the bird beside you that kind of like twitches and looks up and down at you guys. Hasn't made a sound yet, but it's just kind of looking.
I swear to God, if we get jump scared, I am gonna just freaking leave. I'm out.
Is it possible to figure out what the bird's intentions are, even though he's just a bird staring at us?
Do you really want to like check out the bird?
Roll an insight check.
Oh my God. It's probably just a
God
bird.
damn it! Why?
It's just
It's
a
a dirty
bird.
old bird, fam.
So every single time the good roll is on the other side.
Kind of just twitching, looking at you. Its head like flicks up and down, left and right. Like, just you get a sense that the reason it's doing that is because one eye is blind and it needs a little bit more depth perception. So it kind of moves its head and like looks at you with the other eye. That's kind of still good. Not great, but it functions.
Can I also do I'm sorry. Can
Yeah,
I
go
also do an inside check on the bird?
Why do you guys want to? I'm so interested in this dumb bird.
Okay.
God.
Fuck.
I mean, you might as
Um,
well.
That's
Fine, I'll check out the bird too. Apparently everyone else is.
You find it odd that being a raven, like it would caw,
Right.
or like when someone comes in, or it would flap its wings, or kind of like get away. But it hasn't. It's just sitting there on its perch and just staring at all of you.
Oh, there's a perch for it. It
It's a little
belongs
perch
here.
that's like it's a little perch like with a branch that's kind of been taken from somewhere in the woods maybe, and it's built like into the wall, like it's strapped there, and it's like it's perched, and it's just sitting there and looking at all of you.
I want to try to talk to the bird.
Oh my God.
Can I just say out really loud, we're here to deliver a payment?
Yeah, do we really need to be messing with a dirty old bird that probably has like God knows what disease? Can we just drop off the package and get the fuck out of here, please and thank you?
So, first of all, you wanted to talk to the bird. What are you going to say to the bird?
I was just gonna ask where try to ask it if it can tell us where the owner is.
He's like, "Where's your owner?" And the bird opens its mouth to caw, and the noise it produces is
Nice!
Whoa!
it's this horrible
Scared the
roar.
shit out of me.
Gunther is taken aback.
I no. Mm-mm.
And you see, like, just as this happens, the form of a half-elvish woman
God.
steps out from that back room,
No.
and she looks quite young, quite pretty. She's got like long blonde hair, like blue eyes, very fine features. She says, "Merlin, darling, that's no way to greet our guests." And she sits down on the other side of the small wooden table at the center of the room. He says, "Please come in, have a seat." There's only one chair, by the way.
Gunther, why don't you take a seat?
Nah, I like standing. I'm used to
The child takes it.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
the
she's
kid,
young.
the
Tyrion
child
is
is probably
probably
like,
tired.
"Oh, finally," and just like sits down and like lets her feet like rest. Been walking all day.
You've only been walking for a few hours.
Okay,
All
okay.
day.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Based on the way that you described her, she's supposed to look exactly like Lysira.
Not exactly. She's quite well kept. Like her hair looks like it's very well looked after. Like she's wearing a fine gown. She looks like, I guess, what Lysira would look like if she was like a more of a noble, like silver spoon in mouth.
I was just trying to guess if like this person was trying to like appear as one of us, appear exactly like one of us.
No, she kind of takes on a different form. Very slender and very yeah. Whereas Lysira has a little bit of like brawn on her, like built with a little bit of muscle just from her activity that she's been doing her whole life. This one's more like hasn't really seen a lot of like physical demanding kind of work.
Right.
But yeah. She says, "What can I do for all of you?"
Gunther takes a bow and says, "Well, we came here to do a payment for someone."
Oh, wondrous. Do you have the payment on you?
Faye has it.
Oh God.
Go on ahead.
I approach her slowly and I pull out the box and everything and
She reaches out for it, like places her hand like over the table, like palm upwards and open.
Before I give it to her, may I ask what is exactly is inside this box?
No.
She says, "Well, feel free to open it. I'm going to open it anyway."
You can just tell me. Yeah.
She simply says, "Her payment."
Oh, okay. I kind of look at the others for reassurance. Should I give her this box?
I just nod.
Anyone else?
Go ahead.
Diana just like shrugs.
I mean, like, just in case we're giving her a box, you know, just to end the world and everything, you know, we don't know what's in this box. How do we not know that she's not gonna just like, you know, open the box and then ungodly holy hell is bestowed upon the whole goddamn world and we're all dead?
We got this from like a librarian. I don't think
a librarian that had a black ass arm.
But
we came all the way here. We might as well open it.
It's me that saw that.
No, we're not opening the box. If anyone wants to open the box, be my guest.
I'll open the box. It's fine.
Okay. Thanks for taking one for the team, Die.
She's already
Reach down at the
houseborn,
lid
so.
and lift it open.
Right.
And sitting inside of there is a finger severed at between like the knuckle on the hand and the first knuckle on the finger. Just
somehow I saw this coming. I open it.
I mean, look,
and I look at it, and then I close it, and then I hand it to the lady.
Just like doesn't say anything.
Takes the box
just like
in her hand, opens it. And she's like, "Oh, wonderful!" And she stands up and walks by all of you toward the finger bouquet hanging from the ceiling.
Oh my god!
Peels this finger out. There's like a string of gore attached, and it just kind of breaks, and she just like it slides it onto one of the fish hooks, and the finger just kind of curls upward in the shape with the hook, and just matches all the other ones.
Yeah,
like,
this
excellent.
This goes without saying that Faye is just shoving her hands in her pocket right now. Nope.
Yeah. So she closes the box and places it on her shelf and smiles. She goes, now. And she walks back to her chair, sits down. What can I do for the rest of you?
I think we're just here.
I do fortunes. Is anyone interested?
I consider myself a pretty lucky fellow, so I don't believe so. Thank you for offering, though.
Understandable.
I nudged Faye.
Oh god.
I mean,
I guess I could. You're not gonna chop off one of my fingers, are you?
no. Well, the thing is, payment is decided after the fortune is told.
Gunther, why don't you go ahead?
No, thank you.
To be honest, people come to me out of desperation for fortunes. You all don't seem like you're in any kind of desperation, so I would probably advise against it. My prices are fairly steep and odd, some may consider.
Odd.
I'm
Yeah,
desperate enough.
Yep.
Hella fair.
Well, if that's all you came for.
I would say.
I guess.
Is the lady gonna be okay?
Yeah, just a quick question. I mean, answer it how you will. The person that paid for this,
Yes.
she was having. Well, I mean, I didn't exactly see, but she mentioned something about a curse. Will that be lifted? Will she know?
Her payment has been made, so any side effects she was feeling from not following up on her deal, those will return to normal. She'll be fine.
Oh boy, did I lose it? Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, well, you seem like a lovely young lady, and we'll get out your hair. Thank you very much.
Just have a lovely day.
Thank you.
And she
You too.
Gestures toward the door.
Oh God.
Have a good
Please
day.
don't shut the door in front of us. Like right as we walk at the door just slams. Like, just kidding, fam. You're all fucking dead. No, okay, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We're heading back.
All right. So as you guys walk outside, the door closes behind you.
Boy, that was fucking scary. Now was it? I whispered that, by the way. I didn't just shout it. I'm not.
Wow, that woman was really fucked up. Like.
She's just looking at you like from the window, like
you're all fucking cursed.
I just want to point out Lysira's clearly deep in thought right now.
Yes.
What are you thinking of?
Is something the matter?
No, it's fine.
No, if you have something to say, you should probably tell us. Did you notice something in there?
No, it's just one. I almost considered asking for a fortune.
Out of curiosity, or
You can still go back in and ask.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Lysira goes back in.
Oh my god. I just went back home.
Like, if you don't mind losing a finger, that's probably okay.
Oh yeah, I mean that's your thing. I mean we're not judging.
Right, so
Di's like, I have to watch this. And she goes back in.
Oh my god.
this
You guys
sounds
are
like
leaving.
this is really painful.
Is everyone else going back in except for Faye?
I'm going.
It's just like sitting outside.
I'm like outside the door. I'm like, guys, come on! And then I just run back in. Like, God, all right. Yes. Like, that part at the very beginning of like Spirited Away where she's like, you can, and she's like jumping around and like almost in like a fit. That was Faye right there.
Like, I need to leave. Oh.
Guys, you can't.
So you walk back in, and she's still sitting there on the other side of the table, and she smiles, and
Oh God.
she gestures toward the chair in front of her.
I walk over and sit down.
Oh God.
Okay. She brings out a pack of cards, tarot cards, and she begins to just like shuffle them, and play around with them, like flipping a couple of them in the air and catching them in the rest of the deck, and just shuffling back and forth, back and forth. And she says, "Do you agree to the terms that the payment will be decided after the fortune has been told?"
I agree.
Very well. And she stops shuffling at one point and picks off the top card and places it down on the table. And it says, "The hangman in the inverted position, upside down." She says, "Letting go of things in your past will not serve you well. Whether this be talents or experiences, you must seize the opportunity to use them again when they are needed." She continues shuffling and draws another card and places it down. "The moon in the upright position. A very difficult challenge approaches you. Your history will reveal the best course of action to take to overcome this challenge." And then another card drawn, and in the same upright position as the moon beside it is the sun. It says, "After this challenge has been bested, an opportunity will appear that will change your life and the lives of those around you. Take advantage of this opportunity, and great fortune will be the outcome for not just you, but for your close friends too." And she waves her hand over the top of the cards on the table, about an inch above them. And as she does, each of the cards vanish beneath her hand. And looking back to her hands, the deck that was there a few moments ago has vanished as well. She just places her hands together. And she just takes a few moments, her eyes closed in silence. Says, "Now, as per payment." And she stretches her hands out and forms fists, and you hear like all of her knuckles crack at the same time, just this horrendous. She says, "For you, payment shall be a lock of hair and a small vial of blood, your own."
I'm taken aback, and I'm like, "That's it?"
That's all your payment is for today.
Yeah, I was like expecting like an eye or something.
I said, "All right, just give me what I need to do it, and I'll do it."
She snaps her fingers, and just over your shoulder, you feel it brush past you. But this raven that was sitting on its perch just flies past you, lands on the table in front of you, kind of skidding to a stop on the cloth over the top of the table. And in its beak, it's holding this tiny glass vial, and it just kind of tink, 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 lands on the table, and then it flies past you again and lands back on its perch. Like, there's the vial.
Okay.
It's very small. Like, you could cut or prick your finger and then like bleed into it for about 5 seconds if you kind of squeeze it, and there'd be a little bit enough in there for her probably.
Yeah, I use my dagger to cut off a lock of my hair and then prick my finger to get the blood.
Yep. Okay. You sort of squeeze it out a bit and let it drip into the vial for a while. And once enough is out and in the vial, she outstretches her palm like she did before to accept the box. And yeah.
Okay, I'll just hand them to her.
All right, so you place them in her palm, and she, one finger at a time, just closes the palm. And then once she opens her hand again, they are gone. They just vanished. She says, "May your fortune serve you well."
Well, it's like Gunther like eating chips in the background, like,
I'm sorry.
It's like dead quiet, and then there's just this kind of like.
It's a finger.
Gunther's just like eating chips, like,
It's the fortune teller's fingers.
I stand up, thank her, and return to the party.
Okay. No one else needs to do a fortune, right?
I'm good.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm good. We are out of here.
Okay. Everyone's good?
Yeah, Diana feels like if she loses a finger here, she's not going to be let out again by Simone, so...
Yeah. I'm going to get hella grounded.
Yeah, and Faye's not willing to lose any digits today.
Oh, fair. So you guys start making your way back.
Yeah.
And you find a nice spot to make camp as it starts to get real dark, like almost pitch black dark. As you get kind of out of the swampy area and more into the actual ground and foresty area, and the stank that you had before, like that really horrid stench, that's gone now. Now that you're outside of that swampy area. Things smell okay.
Everything kind of smells like Febreze right now.
It doesn't smell like Shrek anymore.
Compared to that horrid stench, yes, this definitely smells like, oh my god. Yes,
bless.
Like it's almost sweet, the smell of like nice nature. And being who you are, Faye, that you've missed this. That in there was not, that stank in there was not natural. Like swamps do not smell that bad. Like in all seriousness, like that was stank. Like but now this like this
I'm pretty
is the
sure
smell
that
you know,
finger chandelier.
like. There was what? Sorry.
That was probably that fucking fingers chandelier that she had. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It just emitted this stank that it filled the whole swamp with like finger dank. Yeah, you find a nice spot that you can set up camp in.
Okay, have I found any interesting herbs or plants?
Roll a nature check.
Nature.
Oh god, I think I lost connection again.
Oh no, we're still here.
Okay.
It just got really quiet, that's all.
Yeah, it's just like, that's why I was like,
Nick's like looking something up for me.
Okay, I was just like, it got like, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. You find something that you can put in poisons. It's a type of mushroom that was in the forest, in the more swampy area. Amanita.
What?
Amanita. Amanita.
Okay.
And you know that this can be used to change the effects of a poison to be non-lethal. Like it'll only incapacitate some people. It can create non-lethal poison if used in the correct way. It has to be handled quite carefully. Say as you rip it from the ground and just stick it in the pocket.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. She's wearing gloves. Well, no, they're fingerless, but she'll be fine.
Wait, what?
I feel like if she knows what it's called, she knows not to be stupid about it.
Yeah.
Not to, as they say, fuck around. Yeah.
I play the lute despite not knowing how to play the lute. Can I
God. It's gonna just
bad
sound
at
awful. Yeah.
Is that what Gunther does now? Like during breaks, he just practices his new lute?
Exactly. If he has nothing to do, he tries.
Okay.
All he's doing is a note of a song.
I don't know of anything. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Stop.
Anyway, since we're
Yes.
Lost connection.
Okay, I thought I lost connection or something.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry.
Since we're stopping here, might be a good point to just stopping for me and Press to get some lunch. We'll have a break. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.